So we're officially here.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, about time. It's been a long time coming, this podcast up and running. So, yeah, excited to finally get to sit down and go through the business and go through what we do, man.
it's been a bit of a journey, and I think that's what we're here to talk about, is really kind of what we are as a business, as in a collective now, isn't it? And then talk about how we got here and what's to come.
Yeah, I mean, if you think of where we started, it's very humble beginnings, really, from a business standpoint. Didn't even know each other, really, I suppose, whenever we first got the show on the road. So, yeah, man, obviously, I think it'd be great for everyone sort of tuning in to get a bit of an understanding in terms of your background, who you are.
Yeah, no, and yours, obviously, how we're very, very different, and that's how the collective has brought this together. Well, actually, it's now got far better with the two of us and with everybody else that we've brought along with it. Yeah. But I think before we even go to there, I think it'd be good for the listeners to understand and to actually see what we are now. So,
yeah,
for you, what is the My Property Group for you?
I suppose for me, the best way I always think to describe it is kind of like a collective of end-to-end support for any sort of property professional. So, whether it's an investor, whether it's a somebody who knows property people who want to buy or sell or rent, or essentially it's sort of an ecosystem where we can help people, throughout cradle to grave, I suppose, or turnkey from end-to-end solution. So whether they want to buy something, sell something, rent something, refurbish it, maintain it, and it's just the ability to help them all the way throughout that whole sort of process. I mean, what about yourself? How would you best describe the business?
Oh God, I tried to do it in a succinct way, but I don't think it's possible. But for me, it's an ecosystem. It's to create an area or almost like a being for everybody that wants to deal with residential property within the UK or commercial property, but to have all of the tools in their war chest to be able to come to one person or one collective to then come and say, well, look, I may need a hand with this. Have you got that? Yes. And then back again. All of those elements that you've mentioned, I think is exactly what it's meant to be.
Yeah.
So obviously with the My Property Group, it's got different parts. What are the businesses within that? Obviously we've got different products, but I think the main core businesses would be good for people to understand.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose if I give a little bit in terms of the bit that I sort of specialise and love to focus most on, which is, I suppose the term within the industry is property sourcing, but essentially I love to help broker deals and help investors find properties that help them make the most money possible, and it being something that they really like, which is really good for them. I mean, obviously building their cash flow, but creating their legacy, their long-term play, and building a nice bit of family and generational wealth.
So it's understanding their needs as well, as that's what you're talking
exactly,
about.
And that's my sort of ethos. That's the thing that I always love, which is why we've always done very well in terms of how we get buyers to buy good properties, because we make sure that the type of properties that I would personally want to buy, and then sort of helping them in that process from sort of beginning to end of how they actually buy that property all the way through.
Well, that leads into some of the tech that we've already got within it, because we are a prop tech. That is really what this is as part of it. But that technology that we've created, obviously the stuff that is behind the scenes that not a lot of people get to see the flesh and bones of.
Yeah.
But the way that gives you the research and that analytics for you to be able to help people make decisions. Isn't that right?
Yeah. So I mean, I suppose. By way of, I suppose, a very brief background. So I'm a systems engineer, and I love automation and processes and stuff. And when I got involved in the property space well over a decade ago now, I very quickly realised the fact that the whole property industry is very archaic. It's very slow, very backwards.